What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. So today is the day. I've done a lot of community polling, and we have narrowed it down now between Kubi and Miguron for the two companies, and the overwhelming majority wants to see S90V done from Miguron and AM8. So I have several knives from AM8 and Miguron that are in S90V. And I was trying to decide on which one. And I figured, now bear with me on this one, I figured why not go with the knife that I got for the best price. And that is still right now the best price out of the ones that I have. You can typically get this AM8 Gladiator 2 in S90V for right around 140 to 150 bucks off Amazon. The last time I looked, and you might be able to get it a little cheaper if you go to White Mountain Knives and plug in G-Ball 10 for 10% off. But let's see what kind of edge we're working with here on this guy. So I figured, why not go with the best value and go with that S90V and just kind of see what we're getting when we pick up S90V at a price like that. I can tell you that this knife has minimal use on this edge, if barely any. I did carry it a decent amount when I first got it, but then, you know, new things come in, new things get bought, and it kind of took a back seat. But it is a full-size knife, guys, and it's got a great blade shape to be a user, and I love this little flat here for detailed cuts. Now, the only thing, we're not only testing the S90V in these videos. That's the main idea. But the other thing that we are testing is ergonomics. How comfortable is that knife to cut with for an extended period? Like the MagnaCut Deca here, this was very comfortable to use, even though it's got a very minimal footprint for the handle. This is going to be quite a bit more substantial than something like the Deca is. So in theory, this knife should be quite a bit more comfortable to use for an extended period. So we're going to get situated, guys. I actually have everything pre-done up, or at least what I think we'll need, and we'll get started. Okay, guys, so we are all situated. We have the AM8 Gladiator 2, and we have a nice pile of cardboard to start with. And we're going to go with some 2-ply cardboard to start. And you might be asking, how did I get all these pieces? I didn't use the Gladiator. That way we had as fresh of an edge as we could get with this guy. Although I did use the Sheepdog XL. And my God, is that thing an absolute animal, guys. So we'll see how it does here with some of this 2-ply. And keep track of how many cuts that we make. That way we have, or at least kind of keep an eye on that. So we at least have a little bit of an idea. So right off the rip, so we do have a little choil area there. Start with another single piece here. There will be tape and there will be double pieces or 2-ply pieces intermixed. And we'll just see how it goes. The Deca in MagnaCut, guys, which some of you I'm sure have seen, that knife cut for about 25 minutes straight. So that's pretty impressive. And it still had a working edge, no problem. And if you're one of the people that's gonna bitch about the safety, well, you can just peel out. Okay? I'm not afraid to get cut, baby. I'm not afraid to bleed. If you are in the knife community and you're in the knife world and you're afraid to get cut, I think you're in the wrong place. Or maybe I'm just built different. You ain't built like that, so. Although I think I only had one guy complain, and I never seen him before, so he must be new around the G-ball vision. Because if he wasn't a newbie to the G-ball vision, he would know that I don't care. And I'm a carpenter, and I don't got little sissy ass hands either. So right away, I mean, guys, this thing is just chomping through this stuff. And if you remember that Magna Cut Deca video, we literally had an absolute pile of cardboard. I don't know if it's worth, because we're not checking the fine edge really on this stuff. We're merely checking, or at least I'm not checking for that. I'm merely checking to see how long can it continue working for me. Not necessarily how long can it cut for and, you know, cut some paper. I'm not real interested in that. This thing definitely does well when it comes to poking into material. So now we're back to some 2-ply here. Some 2-ply TP. We'll go against the grain here. This thing is nasty. Go with it here. Yeah, that thing is... Let's see if it can keep up here, though. Do me a favor, if you're sitting here watching this, don't forget to, well, of course, make sure you're subscribed. Because G-Ball just worked almost 9 hours today. And now I'm doing this shit for you guys. I'm just kidding. It's for me too, though. That's cut. That's cut. And make sure you hit the thumbie. And while you're at it, leave me a cummy. G-Ball likes the cummies. And although this isn't a completely scientific test, the more that we do this, you know, like we'll have 2 samples now. Once this is over with, we'll have the Magna Cut, we'll have the S90V. We'll start to get a, how do you want to say it? We'll start to get more information, you know. Although this isn't real scientific, you know, consistently cutting, and kind of judging how the knife does. This is that 2-ply shit. There we go. It's hard to hang on to some of this shit. It's not even this hand that starts to get tired. It's the hand that you're holding all this shit with. Dang. That 2-ply stuff isn't no joke, guys. That's some thick stuff. This thing's still poking. It's not the knife that's struggling, it's my hand on some of these bigger pieces. That 2-ply shit is some tough stuff. My little paws are starting to hurt already, guys. Hang on here. I mean, anything with tape on it, it's just demolishing it. Get off there. Old real steel box. How many cuts we at? Well, we're starting to get a nice little pile here. The nice thing is on this guy, there's a plethora of different ways you can kind of hold on to this guy. Did that go all the way through? It sure did. Damn. That tip is nothing to joke with on this guy. Good old USPS box. We'll set the one piece to the side. Let's go this way for this one, and we'll go the other way. Boy, Geggy's paws are getting tired here. Go. Get another one out of there. One more. Oh! Alright, so we said we'd go... Let's see if we can keep them tight. Don't mess with me, you little bastard. Ooh. There's tape on it. Ooh, baby. Let's cut this one in half. So, while we're doing this, and you're watching, I've been really stocking up on the cardboard. So that way we could continue at least doing some of these tests. Which knife and steel would you like to see next? Do you want to see Kubi M390? Do you want to see Kubi S90? Do you want to see... I don't know. You let me know. Most of you watching this know what I have. And if you're new here and you're not sure what I have, well... you have a lot of videos to watch to find out. But I pretty much have... I have almost every steel. You know, I got some of the oddball Van X. I have some K390. K390 people were interested in seeing the K390 done. But it's going to be good. It's from Spyderco. You know, it's going to be good. It's going to cut forever. It should, anyway. So, we got Van X. We got some L-Max. We have some XHP. We could do SOG. XHP. I have some SOG XHP we could do. Put this guy over here. Boy, that double ply shit is no joke. Damn. Yeah, that shit's no joke, especially going up against single-walled shit. But XHP might not be a bad one to do. You know what would be cool is if we did like Spyderco XHP, and then we did something from SOG. We could do some XHP from SOG. I mean, we know the shit's gonna be good from Spyderco. But the thing would be is to see how long that shit cuts in comparison with something from SOG, right? This 2-ply shit is killing my ass. Alright, we're back from a little break. I had the mailman at the, or not mailman, Amazon at the door. They know old G-Ball over here. They're coming here every day. The one dude knows exactly where to put them and everything. He puts them in a nice little spot for me. Because my front porch faces not a main road, but a road more traveled on, we should say. But it would also be hard to come up on our property and take some. But this dude, he's been here before. And then my kids, knowingly, know they shouldn't answer the door. And they still did. This 2-ply is beating my ass, and there's a ton of it. So we could almost count all these 2-ply cuts as freaking two cuts per piece, man. Holy shit. Not only do you gotta have a good edge, but you better be ready to cut some shit. God damn. And it's going through the tape. Can't tell. My hand's gone numb. Nah, I'm just kidding. Is it tough? I'm running out of shit to talk about, guys. Are you gonna chime in, or you just gonna sit there? There we go, the old reverse grip. Alright, thank God. We're back to some single wall here. Let's see. Okay. This is kind of a good, how do you want to say it? You know, once we get this far, is it still cutting the single wall shit as easily? Or is it cutting it like it was initially? I don't know, in theory, how many cuts S90V should be able to make like this. It's not something I'm studied in, but I can tell you it's got to be getting pretty close to what it should be. We are starting to amass a nice little pile here. And I'm wondering, is this S9? Now, the thing people will say is, well, it's not Spyderco's S90. And no, it's not. And there are times where you can get Spyderco's S90 for a really good price. Whoa! Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to punch you. But, you know, it's like Miguron and these Miguron and AM8 and Kubi. They just offer designs that Spyderco don't. And if I can get some decent stuff, and it's decent priced, then I'm good. I mean, this thing is already starting to kind of surprise me. Put that piece down. Because it's still... It's still zipping right through this stuff. Some of it's bent and beat up. I can tell you one thing, this thing is really comfortable. And I'll tell you another. It's still cutting great. I think we're getting close to the Magna Cut here. I think so. Basing off the pile. But in theory, or not even in theory, but realistically, I'm not 100% sure, but based off what I remember and what I've seen, Magna Cut is like a 5 out of 10, which is considerably good. Like for edge retention, 5 out of 10, that's really good. Considering 20 CVs like a 6.5. And that's the, you know, and 20 CV has decent corrosion resistance, but S90 has a 9 out of 10 from what I remember on its edge retention. So I don't know if that means in theory it should cut almost twice as long as the Magna Cut, or what does that mean? You metallurgists can let me know. But we're definitely starting to get a pile. This might even be, is it more? I don't know. I know we had a nice pile with the Magna Cut, but we might be starting to, because I didn't have stuff ready then. We were making all the cuts with the Magna Cut, you know, breaking down the boxes and everything. I have all these pieces ready to go. So we've done considerably more cutting in the same time. We're reaching 25 minutes here. I think 3 of the minutes we did some bullshitting at the beginning. So we're at like 22 minutes straight of basically non-stop cutting. I'm interested to see, can this still cut up some magazine paper? Like I said, that's really irrelevant to me. I'm just interested, curiosity. I think that's me messing up. It's got something left in it. Come on. It definitely, obviously, has changed a little bit, but it's still got life in it, and that's impressive. You know, for $140 or whatever, to get a cool design, good size, S90, titanium, all titanium accents. And for it to actually perform, you know, maybe not outperform Spyderco and the like, but it might be able to hang. It might be able to hang with them. It might not do quite as many cuts, but damn, I'll say, guys, this thing is still got a good working edge on it, and this isn't considerably that thin. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not real thick, but it isn't Deca thin. And this thing is still just choop, choop. Not choop. And I love that tip. Love the tip. Give me some more tip. I don't want none of you, asshole. You can bounce up out of here. I don't want no 2-ply. Daddy's hand hurts. God. I mean, this is 2-ply. Son of a bitch. Alright, come on. Ugh. This is freaking 3 right here. Can it go through 3? Ugh. It sure can. And that was against it, guys. That was against it. Holy smokes. Holy smokes, guys. I'm going to call the testing there. Because I would say, you know, in my expert opinion, that if this wasn't treated at least decently, right? If this wasn't treated at least decently, it would not have done this and continue to just keep going. I mean, it's went through how many 2-ply boards and still going strong. And it's not the knife. Like when I get this 2-ply shit, it's me that is struggling to kind of hold on to it and to kind of get the leverage I need on it. Because I'm doing this all standing, guys. I'm not sitting at a table here. I actually don't sit to record anything except my live streams. So I do all my videos standing. I know a lot of guys sit, but I don't know. There's something about... Now, if I'm doing a forward-facing video, I will sit for that. But typically, I don't sit. This thing is doing excellent, guys. I have to say. And this is, you know, early 2023 S90. So, you know, and who's not to say they're not doing even a little better or a little more on this guy. Excellent knife. This thing, I fell in love with this when I first got it, and I'm still in love with it for the price point, the design. Great looking knife, great materials. That high polished sandblast, I've never had issues with it. Might not be the most aesthetically pleasing thing like satin or an all DLC, but it holds up good, and I don't mind it at all. It seems to take wear very good and doesn't have corrosion issues. I've never had a high polished sandblast rust on me, and I have it in a ton of different steels. I'm giving this a good grade, guys. This is meant for not to be a slicer either. So this is meant more for that middle of the road type work, you know, in between a slicer and a heavy use folder. But the detent is tuned perfectly on this thing. Great ergos. You can front flip, reverse flick, thumb flick. It's comfortable. And the S90, I mean, this, you guys don't even see all of it. I mean, you see most of it here, but there's pieces scattered all over the place. So I'm giving this a good grade. Let me know what you think if you made it all the way through the video. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And let me know what you want to see testing done on next. I want to get one that isn't good. You know what I mean? Just to compare with. But MagnaCut and S90V, Deca or Hogue's MagnaCut and Miguron AM8 S90V, I'm giving it a pass. I think it might not be the best in the world heat treat, but I think they're doing the right heat treat over there. They're doing it at least how it should be done at minimum level, right? At the minimum level. So pretty impressive for 140 bucks. And this thing still has a lot of life left in it. I can tell you that right now. We could probably, I don't know about do another batch like that, but maybe. And I think we got a winner here, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, baby. And if you sat through all this and you're not subscribed, well, you're a G-baller now, so you might as well subscribe. That'll wrap up this one, guys. We'll do a new post, a new community poll question, and see what you guys want to do next, because I have at least enough cardboard to do another one of these, and I'll keep stacking it so we can keep doing these. A lot of people like these, and I like doing them. So we'll figure that out, but if you have some input now, go ahead and leave it down there. Otherwise, guys, hope you enjoyed that one, and I will catch you on the next one. Let me know how many cuts you counted if you did. Peace. 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 Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Get out of here. Go on. Quit watching. Go watch another G-ball video. Go watch the Magna Cut one. Get out of here.